know Melissa Dawson, our guest. Since we debuted this, I believe on Thursday, 4,100 Ecoflows have been ordered. We have it with and without solar panels, and it's storming out. And there go the lights.
No.
I mean, if you are, it can happen that quickly. You are in a situation and suddenly you have no power.
Right.
So it's not a matter of if your power goes out, it's when. And when the power goes out, what is your plan B?
That's right.
How are you going to provide? Now, I have made a lot of notes on this. This powers 99% of the appliances in your home.
Right.
There are 15 outlets on this Ecoflow. It weighs only 42 pounds. All come with this trolley. So if you need to move this around from room to room, it's easy to do that.
That's right.
And you can order it with or without solar panels in 2 colors. Now, I am told that we have, is this the dark gray?
Yes.
Okay, we have the dark gray. Okay, we have silver and dark gray without solar panels. And if you want the dark gray without the solar panel, I have 5 dozen.
Oh my goodness.
That's all. Now with the solar panel, which is by far the most popular, in both choices still, but if you want the dark gray, which is this one, with the solar panel, only 1,300 to go around.
Wow.
Now, our value story is incredible because what we've done is this is the second time this has been a Today's Special Value.
Yes.
This was a Today's Special Value back in October when it sold out by 2 in the afternoon.
Yep.
And it was more money.
That's right.
That's when I bought it. And we've got it for you today at a better price. We've also got 9-month special financing on Q card, and that works out really nicely. And it will tell you right on front, because most people that are buying an Ecoflow today, this is their 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th Ecoflow.
That's right.
So they want to have one in every area of their home, or at least upstairs and downstairs, right?
Right.
This is remarkable and has an outlet for everything. Melissa, why don't you go through and give us a little tour?
Yeah, so the beauty about this, there's no gas, there's no fumes, there's no cranks, there's no maintenance. This is backup electricity in a box, and that's why people love Ecoflow. You don't need to go do the whole home generator system. Just buy one of these for each level of your home. So you've got that nice bright LCD display, shows you how many hours of power that you have and the percentage that you have left. Ventilation fan built in, surge protector built in, and the beauty with this one, it works with 99% of everything in your home. And we're talking big power. It'll power something like your refrigerator for 28 hours. 3 different ways to recharge: home, car, or if you're picking it up with the solar panels, you can recharge it via the solar panels, and up to 15 different devices you can charge at the same time. The beauty is it's portable, so you can take this on the go with you, tailgating, RVing, camping, outdoor use. But when the power goes out, and we all know it's not if, it's when, you're now taking this from room to room. Like, you're thriving in a power outage. You're not surviving a power outage.
If your power goes out for longer than a few minutes, you're going to pay a lot of money to try to correct the problem.
Right.
Why not get out ahead of it and be proactive? Now, this weighs only 42 pounds. So I can take this with me room to room, or I can put it on the trolley.
Right.
If I have other Ecoflows that are bigger and heavier,
Yes.
they also fit on the trolley.
Yes.
And that can be, and you can plug things in while it's on the trolley.
Yes, that's the beauty. You don't need to take it off the trolley. You can store it on the trolley, charge it on the trolley, use it on the trolley.
All right, in this show alone, already 300 of these Ecoflows have gone out the door. They have already been ordered. There are 300 people that are going to be well provided for.
That's right.
When their power goes out.
Right now, David, 27,000 people across America right now don't have power.
For any number of reasons.
For any number of reasons. And you wonder how many of 27,000, how many have backup electricity? Probably a very small percentage.
And this is Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start of summer. And what do we see a lot during the summertime? We see 2 things. We see pop-up thunderstorms and power outages.
That's right.
We see hurricanes and power outages.
Right.
And we see sometimes power goes out because, like it did for me in my neighborhood, a car hit a transformer.
Right.
Hit a power pole and brought down a transformer.
It could just be
and
any
the whole
number of
neighborhood
things.
went dark.
Windstorms, trees go down, take down power lines. We had a caller calling yesterday. Oh, it was with you, David, remember? She called, she was from Northern California, and due to windstorms, they proactively take the power down so that they don't have those, kind of fires. So she called in, she had a CPAP machine, oxygen machine, and a portable air conditioner that she has to keep going for medical reasons.
Right.
She picked up Ecoflow to keep all of those medical units running during an emergency.
Well, that was Missy, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, yesterday.
Yes.
You and I were on together yesterday. Very popular. Now, we have this in silver and dark gray. This is the dark gray.
Right.
And if you want the dark gray without the solar panels, we started with 360. There are fewer than 5 dozen available. Now, if you want the dark gray with the solar panels, we started with 3,500. We're down to 1,300 only. Now, we also have the same Ecoflow, same size, same weight, same exclusive offer.
That's right.
In silver.
In the silver as well.
So you choose a color because it either matches your house or it makes you smile. They all do exactly the same job. This is remarkable. And if you're wondering, what if I plug too many things into it? It just shuts off.
It just resets itself. So yeah.
Before it does any damage to your appliances or to itself, it just shuts down.
That's right. That's so safe. You know, children could use this. Your elderly grandmother could use this. Everybody can use this. Now, the beauty with this Ecoflow, we've really put this one to work. We've got a lamp plugged in. We've got our Keurig coffee maker, which most portable stations can't support. You need that quick surge of power. The Ecoflow can do it. We've got a blender plugged in. We've got a router plugged in, so we're back up and running with internet. I'm also charging my cell phone at the same time. You've got the 6 USBs right on the front. Oh, and I'm running my Dyson fan to stay nice and cool.
And how do we know? It says it on the front. We'll tell you that you have, is that 59?
59 hours. Of power. It's probably going to go down a little bit as I'm making that cup of coffee, but it automatically readjusts every single time. So we're talking big, huge power here. This will get you through, I would say, 1 to 3 days in a power outage.
You plug this into the wall to charge it up.
That's right.
Now, from dead nothing, in an hour, you're 80% charged.
That's right. In 1 hour, and it holds a charge for 1 year.
In 90 minutes, you're 100% charged.
That's right.
And you said it holds that charge for a year?
For 1 year.
So when you get this at home, charge it up. Be proactive. Pop it in a closet. It'll hold the charge for a year.
And then all you do, when the power goes out, you turn on the power button and you just start plugging in items. That's why this is a customer top rated brand. We don't see that in the world of electronics because this is so easy to be able to use.
You know when the power goes out? When you've just come back from a big grocery shop? Or you have a company staying with you for the weekend and the power goes out. What do you do? What do you do? If you use this one time, you've more than paid for it. It's more than paid for itself. And if you charge up your refrigerator, as we're doing here, this is remarkable stuff. You can even plug your washing machine into this. Now, if you have medicine like insulin that has to remain cold, that's important.
That's important. And this is like liquid gold, right? To replace insulin cost would be extraordinary, right? So for anybody with insulin, and I just tell you the stories that I hear from our Ecoflow customers about why they're picking it up. We've heard about insulin. I've heard about CPAP machines, sump pumps, right? You got to keep that sump pump running during a storm or your basement's going to flood. This kind of keeps all of those systems running. Do you have a deep freezer, a second refrigerator?
A chest freezer in the garage or the basement.
Right.
This is going to be so very important. Now, we're approaching 1 o'clock East Coast time. People are just getting home from church and from lunch. And they're wondering what in the world is happening on QVC. We've got today's special value. It's not a matter of if your power goes out, it's when. This, for everybody just tuning in, is Melissa Dawson. She is our expert when it comes to all things Ecoflow. Now, this is a power source that does not have to be ventilated. This can be inside your locked home with the doors and windows closed and locked and humming right along, powering 99% of the appliances in your home. This has 15 outlets. You're going to be able to plug everything into this. Now, we had this as a today's special value back in October, and it sold out by 2 in the afternoon. I think you and I were on together.
Yes.
Sold out in the afternoon. We have it back today as a today's special value, and it's an even better price than it was last October. Now, I bought my Ecoflow last October when it was today's special value, and it was number 2 for me. Because I want one upstairs, one downstairs.
Once you've gone through a power storm with Ecoflow and you're like, that saved me, but then you're like, maybe I want to make it a little bit more convenient, right? I want to have one for every level of the home. For me, I have 3. I have one in my bedroom level, main level, kind of kitchen family room, and then in the basement, I've got the sump pump, the dehumidifier, the chest freezer, right? Kind of like all those systems that you need to keep running. So great to have one for every level of the home, and that's what we're hearing mostly from our callers today. They're, on average, people are picking up their 3rd.
Now, when a big storm is forecast, my brother has to make sure that his gas tanks are full.
Oh, right.
And then he has to roll the generator out into the driveway and run the cords back in the house, and it makes a lot of noise. And my big brother lives in a townhome complex. That's not very acceptable for people who live close by him having to hear that noise, because those generators can be loud and really bothersome. This is going to be quiet as a whisper. inside your house with the doors and windows locked. There is no ventilation required with this one for outdoor ventilation. You don't have to do that.
Right.
This is a power bank, and it holds its charge for a year. Now, if you want the dark gray, which we're showing you here, without the solar panels, we have 4 dozen remaining for the Life of Our Today's special value. Now, if you want the dark gray with solar panels, 1,300. Now, these are the solar panels down front, and we also have a car across the way, which we'll go to in a moment. We'll show you how you can daisy chain them and increase your charge time.
Right, because you might be saying, I already have solar panels. Well, I'm going to show you why you also want to pick up these solar panels. But these are our next generation solar panels. They charge faster than ever before. You know, if you're out of power for an extended period of time, you just simply face these towards the sun, and then it's about a 10-foot cord that you have, and it's nice and color-coded. We make it so easy for you.
Orange to orange.
The solar panel cord just plugs right into the back of your machine. That's it. You're now recharging for free via the sun.
You have something called pass-through charging, meaning you can use this while it's charging.
Yes.
So you can use the Ecoflow as a power source while it's charging up with the solar panel. These solar panels are wildly popular. If you don't get it in the offer today, which is exclusive,
right,
you have to buy it by itself separately, and it's way more expensive. The trolley is also included. You would have to buy that separately if you wanted the trolley. That's included. Our offer is exclusive. We have put together an offer that is going to be so important for everybody who can hear our voices.
That's right.
This is wildly, wildly popular, and we are very, very, very busy. A lot of you are looking at this and saying, you know what? It's a considered purchase, sure. But it's one of those things where when the power goes out, we tend to spend a lot more money trying to correct the problem.
That's
now,
right.
if your power goes out for a long time, what are your options? Oh, I've got flashlights. Well, how long does that last?
Right.
As long as the batteries do. How long does a candle last? Until it burns down.
Right.
And then it's over.
Right.
And then you're either buying new candles or something. So that's why something like this is so important. When this runs out of power, you put it outside with the solar panel, charge it back up.
Charge it back up for free. And this is something, David, you could use over 3,000 times.
Say that again slow.
3,000 times you can use your Ecoflow. So this is like a commercial piece of equipment in your home. 5-year warranty coming included as well.
And it weighs, pardon me for reaching, weighs only 42 pounds. I can take this with me on the go if I need to. If 42 pounds is too much for you, put it on the trolley.
Right. And the trolley, by the way, also supports our larger Ecoflows. So if you maybe have one of our larger Ecoflows and you would love to have a trolley for that, it's compatible with that as well. Everything's plug and play with Ecoflow, so I love that everything's compatible.
If you want the dark gray without solar panels, I have 30 left.
Oh, wow.
30.
Oh, my goodness.
30. If you want it with dark gray with solar panels, I have 1,200 left. Now, these are flying out the door.
Yes.
People are looking at this and saying, I need a plan B.
Right.
Because when your little one comes to you and says, Mommy, Daddy, I'm cold, or I'm hot, I can't sleep, what are you going to do?
Right, right. You've got to have the fans running. This could even run a portable air conditioning unit for 5 hours, David. So, you know, just to be able to get cooled off at night.
Sign
We've
me
got
up.
a fan running back here that we've had running for hours.
I'm
I
ready
still
to
have
go.
another 23. I'm still at a 70% charge. It's been running for hours and hours. I still have 23 hours of power with my fan.
I mean, would that make a difference in a prolonged power outage in the summer months?
Right.
In your home? Let's welcome Susan in Tennessee. Susan, how are you? Thank you for being patient.
Hi, David. I'm doing really great. Thank you.
Nice to have you here. Do you own an Ecoflow or are you buying one today?
Well, I currently own a more powerful Ecoflow, but I am looking at this unit to power my CPAP machine.
Well, it would be important because you can take this one into your bedroom, plug in that CPAP machine, and now you've got, how many, is it 3 days of sleep?
23 hours, so about 3 nights of sleep for your CPAP machine.
3 nights of sleep. How would that be, Susan?
That would be terrific.
Yes.
Now, we've got our bigger powered Ecoflow to power our freezer because we've had 2 power outages here in Memphis in which we lost 2 freezer fulls of food.
Oh,
Hurts my
breaks my
feelings.
heart.
I mean, when you have to start throwing food away because it has spoiled, because of a prolonged power outage, and now that refrigerator is warm inside,